we said we'd walk together. Baby, come what.
Welcome to day 158, where we will be getting up rather late for us because we don't want to miss breakfast. And we'll be leaving the Zealand Falls hut at 1841.8. Supposed to be, once we get down off this hill here, supposed to be a nice straightforward walk, pretty clear. And we're going to drop down the Crawford Notch at about 1849.6, and from there grab a shuttle of some sorts into the Highland Center, the AMC Highland Center, where we're going to spend the night and a zero the next day. Talk to you later.
Here's our first view. This is nice, and that's the trail. It's been absolutely beautiful. And then we're going to be hopping on to, hey, is that the mountain we came down? You never know. Then we'll be hopping on a railroad bed. Old one, so it's supposed to be smooth sailing. And see what happens from there. Us. So before I forget, I want to say the hut, yeah, PT's already tired, mile in. The hut was well worth it. You know, first I thought it was a ripoff, because even with the member discount, it was what, 150 bucks each?
Yeah.
And let me let this guy go by. But it was well worth it for
two
the
meals,
food. Yeah, it was a
good meals. So if you add up what the cost of, I mean, it's quality restaurant, you know, not just continental breakfast kind of stuff, full meals. So given that,
no shower. Yeah.
Shower would be a nice addition.
Yeah.
Even a real simple something.
Yeah, rinse off.
With,
but it's okay. It was worth it. Okay, yeah. I'm turning this off. Starting to rain. Oh boy, it's coming down fast. I'm filming through the baggie. We're on a crooked bridge. I always wondered what this plant would look like when it bloomed. And it's really pretty. It's little, looks red in the video, but they're orange. Tiny little beads that are on there, little balls. Really pretty. Little foggy. And I'm filming through plastic. Hold on, let's get it tighter. I cannot. Hang on. Crawford Notch State Park. That's where we were. That's where we're leaving. And we are going down to Crawford Notch to get the shuttle to the AMC Highland. As you can see, we walked through a ton of mud again today and rocks. But check this trail out now. This is amazing, and we're going downhill. We had the best trail in all of New Hampshire today, even in the pouring down rain. Check it out. Katahdin, 332.4 miles away. Pete's standing in back of me hitchhiking. So Mispa Hut, we're going to take a zero tomorrow. That might be our next stop. Unless we can make, we won't make it to Lakes of the Clouds. That's 11.4. So we couldn't get in the lodge, but they did get us in the bunkhouse. This is the Shapley bunkhouse at the Welcome, what is it, AMC Highland Center. This is a sitting area with the table, and there's a shower here, and the bathroom is separate, which I really like. Then there's a little kitchen area, microwave, fridge, but that's about it, no stovetop. But we can cook our own food in here. So then you come over here, and here's the bunkhouses. We took the one in the back. We're gonna be getting up at 4 in the morning. Our ride's picking us up at 5:30 Saturday. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 bunks in this room. And there's only 4 in here. This is the one we went in. There's another shower. I'm taking that bunk. Pete is taking that bunk. This is nice. We have sheets and a blanket. Yeehaw! And then that one is just a toilet. So the lodge, you can see out the window there, has where we get our food. We were sitting in an area over there doing our resupply box. I haven't figured out what that red building is yet, but I don't think I even care. So yeah, nice. I'm happy with this. We'll be here tonight, 0 tomorrow to do some recovery and take it from there. How cool is this? Mist moving over the mountains. This is where we're going to the lodge to get a signal, a beer. Can't get a signal in our little hut.
No, I'll hold it.
Okay. Good
How do
evening.
I make my head big like this, right?
Yeah, there you go. And mine's little.
Good evening.
Yeah, so I say good evening.
Yeah.
So we're in the lodge.
We're at the AMC Highland Center.
We're having a double pig's ear.
Mm-hmm.
It's a brown ale. We like that.
Yeah.
1 pint for half pint.
So what did we have?
Oh gosh, today, we thought that it would be really rough, and
it was
super easy to.
Finally met a couple that knew about the trail that remembered it correctly.
Yes.
Because so often we get, oh yeah, it's no problem after you get past this, that, or the other thing. But today it was true. Once we got down the rest of the mountain from the Zealand hut, leveled out, stayed leveled out for the most part.
We even asked ourselves, are we in New Hampshire?
Yeah, it was. And it rained a good part of the day. But it didn't pour on us. It wasn't terrible. And there's still a lot of muddy, swampy, boggy parts of the trail. But all in all, some of the best hiking trail we've had since we can remember.
Yeah, that was nice.
So it was a nice way to end the day. It was a short day, 7 or 8 miles. We get down to the roadway where the
hitchhiking adventure.
Yeah. So there's a shuttle bus, a regular shuttle bus that the AMC runs to their facilities. And it stops at the crossroads where we got off the trail, and it drives you to the Highland Center here, and it's like a 4 or 5 mile drive, but they charge you $25 a person, which is fine. It's a standard fee for no matter where they take you, but that's their thing, right? So we're thinking $50 to go a few miles. That's even high for shuttle drivers, right? So we were hitching. And
we're very good at it again.
We were like 5 minutes before the shuttle bus was supposed to arrive.
We had it done out for 35 minutes.
And a couple pulls over, and they're hikers. They're not thru-hiking or anything, but they're regular hikers.
Wonderful. Lori and I forget her husband's name.
Yeah, and they get out of the car, and they pop open the back, the hatchback, and then we see them, they're starting to move stuff. They had the back seat full of their stuff, and they moved it all into the hatchback part just to make room for us. And then to tell you how nice these people are, so just as we're getting loaded into their car, another hiker comes off the trail.
Sour Patch.
And, just ask, is there room for a third? And it was like, it was a little tight,
Because we had to carry our packs as it was in the back seat.
and because their car was full, we had to, keep our packs in the back seat. Anyway, the young lady was gracious, the couple was gracious. The long and short of it is, after they dropped us off, they turned around and went back to pick her up. In the meantime, somebody else had given her a ride, but that's the kind of people
She's
they
in
were.
the bunkhouse where we're at.
Yeah, so we met up with her later in the day. But this couple, just the sweetest, that's this hiker community kind of thing, right? They went out of their way, not just to help us, but to help somebody else.
Yeah, that was nice.
So we're ensconced here in the bunkhouse. It's nice.
I got a new raincoat. That Z-Pack, whatever it was. How
Yeah,
much that coat?
I don't know, bleeds through though.
It does a lot.
The super lightweight stuff kind of.
And it's we were super cold up on Moosilauke, and if it gets like that up on Mount Washington and other places, and I'm going to be wet as it is, I need it. And I didn't want to carry the weight, but I'm going to.
Yeah. So that kind of wraps up our day, and it's really started to rain after we got in, so we kind of got off the trail just at the right time because it really started.
I'm looking out the window right now at the mountains and the mist.
Yeah.
It's a nice setup here.
So we'll tell you more about it tomorrow, but we're going to zero tomorrow.
We are.
Just to recover and
even though we only went 7 to 8 miles today.
Because part of the reason is, well, originally we thought it was going to rain again tomorrow, so that was part of the reason. The other part is
it's going to be beautiful.
We're tackling Mount Washington tomorrow. And we're not going to get all the way to the summit, but we were lucky enough to get a Lakes in the Clouds a hut reservation, because they're normally booked out, especially on a weekend, but something opened up, so we managed to get a room there. The thing of it is, we got to do almost 12 miles tomorrow.
No, not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow, when we leave here.
And it's supposed to rain.
And it's going to rain, and it is all uphill and pretty steep. So
We're okay uphill. We go slow, but we're downhill in the rain. That's not for me.
But that's part of the reason for the zero. That's going to be a tough hike no matter what. And so, but with luck, we get to that hut. We've been there before, when we were practicing.
If we don't get to it, Pete's out 300 and some bucks.
Well, we're screwed.
My
but
sugar
we're,
daddy's
we're,
out.
We're going to get to it. And the point of all that is it makes summiting Mount Washington, which is one of the diciest, especially for the weather. You guys can check into it. It's supposed to have the worst weather in the United States. Quite literally, all the record cold and wind speeds were recorded there. It's about a 6,000 foot peak, and the weather is notoriously bad. The nice thing about starting from the hut is that you only got a mile to do the summit, a little over a mile 1.2 or something like that. So that makes that final push a lot easier to do.
Which we'll do the next day.
Yeah, we'll do the following morning.
After we stay the night in the hut and eat a good breakfast. And
So, all that stuff. So, does that kind of wrap up today?
yeah, well, we shipped the sleeping bag back today.
That was the other
And we
thing,
got the
yeah.
quilt.
Yeah.
So we're going to go lighter and lighten Pete's load by, what, a pound or two?
A couple pounds, yeah.
See? So there you go.
So yeah, we had another little shipping, not a full pile or whatever, but they couldn't find one of the boxes. We had 3 boxes total shipped here, and part of it was a bad on our part, because if you ship USPS, it goes to a different location, and I wasn't specific enough with my brother about where to ship it. In any event, they went out of their way to chase it down for us. So really
We
nice
picked
people
it
here.
up today and
Picked
brought
it up,
it.
brought it
Yeah.
back. So we're fully supplied, got all the things we need. New shoes, lighter sleeping
I got
gear.
new shoes too. Pete's got new shoes,
So-
new inserts, new socks. We're probably going to fall apart.
We're ready to tackle the rest of the whites.
We'll find out.
Yep.
Okay. Is that it?
Okay.
Good night, Pete. Well, it's not good night yet because we're going to have a drink because I have no internet at that hut. I want to download a movie.
That's your excuse to come on over here and get a
Have a beer and download.
good night.
Good night, everyone.